Hi, it's Grace. I've got a quick workout for you. You do not need any equipment. Just have a wall nearby. We'll get started with some movement to get muscles and joints warm. So we're lifting knees. Maybe the movement's small. Maybe you're holding on. Maybe a little bit bigger with a bit of a march. And possibly you could add a reach up of your arm as your knee goes up. So we're adding balance and coordination as we're warming up large muscles and joints. Do 2 more of those, and then we're going to step side to side. So we're warming up inner and outer thighs, the muscles that help you get in and out of the tub or in and out of the car if you're doing any driving these days. Not getting many miles in these days, most of us are just staying at home. And then we'll do a little warm up for the back of the legs. So tapping back, and if this is the best place for you, stay here. Maybe you're holding on, giving yourself a bit of a kick. Maybe a bit more of a kick, a bigger kick. You could certainly let go. So whatever's working for you. We'll do that 2 more times, and then we're going to warm up that upper back. So we're just pulling back, like think of pulling back horse reins and squeezing that upper back, squeezing the lemon between those shoulder blades. Let's do that 1 more time. And then give yourself a hug and open up. So we're stretching and warming up at the same time. Upper back and chest and shoulders. Let's do that 1 more time. And then I want you to step your right foot forward, okay to hold on, and reach forward and stand up. Reach forward and stand up. So stretching the back of the right leg. We'll do the same on the other side. So reaching forward if you can. If you need to hold on, that's okay. Stretching the back of that thigh 1 more time, and then we'll stretch those sides while we're warming up as well. So reaching up. Nice range of movement for those shoulders, some stretch and warmth through those sides. We'll do that 1 more time each side. There you go. Let's do a little more shoulder warm up, shoulder flossing, so you can roll shoulders back and forward. If it works for you, you could make this a larger movement. And let's do 1 more each way. All right, we're pretty warm, ready to get into those movements that make up the heart of the work. Timer's going. So about hip width apart with the feet. You can pretend like you're reaching down to pick up that package that you've been waiting for, or your laundry basket. From the side, it looks like this. So the weight is in my heels. I'm sticking those hips out behind me, pressing through those heels to build powerful legs. If it's more of a mini squat, that's okay. Still really good for those legs. Almost there. You got it. So reaching up and pulling down. From the side, it looks like this. We're really pulling those elbows down to the sides, lifting that chest up. Imagine that you're trying to do a pull-up and you're pulling your chin over the bar and squeezing those back muscles. I know, it's kind of crazy, but it's a good thing to help you think about what muscles you're working, putting in all that effort. So down and up, maybe it's more of a mini, a stationary lunge, or maybe a little lower. So the weight is in the front heel or front foot, and we're just pressing through that front foot to come up. Feeling those legs working. So when we're walking, we're in a staggered stance. So this is great balance practice. You got it. And of course, we have to do the other side. So staggering those feet. The back heel is lifted a bit. And here we go. So down and up. So maybe you're getting that knee close to the floor, Or maybe you're staying up a bit higher, which is absolutely okay. Still a great exercise for strengthening legs. And you're also challenging the muscles in your middle with this move because your feet are staggered, so you're working on balance. So great for those muscles as well. Let's get that timer going. So a little bit of a bow, I, and then wide. We're squeezing those back muscles. From the side, the movement looks like this. So like you're doing a I and a wider with a Y. Really squeezing those back muscles. Have a bend in your knees if you need to. If you're feeling like that's a lot of strain on the muscles in the back of your legs. But this time, most of the weight is on your right leg. So I'll show you from the side. I'm using the back foot as a kickstand, really. Or a tripod maybe, so that I can stay balanced, but most of the work is in my right leg. All right, and let's do the same on the left. So down and up, down and up. So from the side, it looks like this, a little bit of a staggered stance in those feet back, heel is lifted. Weight is in that front heel, still like we did with the regular squat. We're keeping that chest lifted, those hips are going back. So the knee tracks pretty much behind the toes, unless you're very tall or have a long lower leg. So we're going, so wider than shoulder width. Feet can be nice and wide. Trying to get that chest pretty close to the wall. Maybe you can step back a little bit if you need more challenge. You could bring the hands a bit lower. And just trying to get pretty close to that wall. Keeping the whole body straight, everything stacked. You're like a board. So it's a moving board, moving plank. You got it. There we go. So I'll show first with the bow, with that back foot on tiptoe. And what I want you to do when you come up is squeeze the muscles you sit on. And if you'd like to work harder on that standing leg, you could lift the leg as you take your bow. So really challenging the balance, building strength in that single leg. So that is very good. Evening up any strength imbalances that you might have. You got it. Let's get that other side. So starting with the version where the toes are tapped down. So taking a bow, and when you come up, squeeze those muscles you sit on. So you're definitely putting most of the weight on the front leg, but you could lift that back leg and add to your balance challenge. And we're going to squeeze those muscles we sit on again as we come up. Maybe this is the best option for you. So we're strengthening the back of that leg. So we start, we tap the wall, and then we drive those elbows into the wall and lift the chest, squeeze the back. Tap and drive those elbows into the wall. Tap, drive those elbows into the wall, really squeezing those back muscles, lifting that chest. Strong back muscles, so important. When we sit, the back of the body gets lengthened, so it's really good to strengthen it. Very nice. You got it. I'll start with that side reach. So just getting one side at a time. Since some people might choose that option, which I'll show now, knee to elbow. So maybe you're keeping that foot a little closer to the floor and you're squeezing your side. And that's a great option. Or a little bit bigger if you can. And that might get your heart rate up a bit too. You got it. Let's get that other side. So you've got your two options. I'm in a corner, which is handy, so I can grab the other wall. So this option, reaching down towards your foot, really squeezing your side muscles that help with any kind of rotating, or that option of being foot off the floor, knee to elbow, really squeezing that side, maybe a little smaller. Really trying to get the upper body to tip so that you've got that side very nice. Here we go. So you could hold on to your hips or hold on to that wall. You decide how deep of a knee bend. So you're almost there. See, a workout can be challenging, but it can be short. So very effective in a short amount of time. Here we go. You can step those feet out a little farther. If that's hard on your wrists, what you could do is bring your elbows wide like so, and bring your hands in towards each other. And then you can take the work away from those wrists, maybe stepping out a bit more, or maybe you just need to step in. Nice straight line from head to toe, straight as a board. You got it. Let's just do a little bit of stretching before we end. So just reaching back. We'll do what we did earlier. So reaching back, stretching chest and shoulders, and then give yourself a hug for that upper back. One more time, we'll reach back and stretch those chest and shoulders. And then give yourself a hug. We just did that work for the sides. So we will reach up and stretch the sides. And let's get that other side. We'll do a little stretch for those leg muscles. So we'll stagger the feet. We're going to lift the chest, bend that knee, and think of tucking your tail like a naughty puppy. And maybe you can bring your heel up and feel a stretch in the front of that thigh. And then from here, we can straighten the legs and take a bit of a bow and stretch the back of the thigh. And then we'll get to the other side. So stepping back, and we want to first get the back leg. So lifting that back heel, think tuck your tail like a naughty puppy and bend your knee, and looking for some stretch in the front of that thigh. And then we'll get the back of the thigh. So we'll straighten up the legs and just take a bit of a bow. And have a little stretch for those inner thighs, since we did do that squat with the feet wide. It's called a plie squat. And let's get that other side. So just bending the knee and straightening the leg. Feeling that nice stretch on the inner thigh, that straight leg. So there you go, you did it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. And be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell so you get notifications as soon as I release a video. And you can join me for more quick workouts.